Hey crew, episode 3 of Increasing Your Halo IQ. We're talking about your equipment. Now, everybody thinks they know, oh, a shield's a shield, a grapple's a grapple thruster, and so on. What I want to do is I want to show you some of the special features of all of these pieces of equipment and how to counteract some of them. And in the case of the shield, which I'll be showing you, I'm going to see if I can get it to glitch for you so that it doesn't actually break. But we're talking shields first. So, cool thing about the shield, of course, anywhere you want to be. So on a map like Urban Raid here, most of the time you're just getting bombed, right? People are shooting in, they're trying to come in from, the balcony here, they're going to slide in with a hammer over here. Maybe they're trying to sneak around this pillar here, tuck into this wall. Right, great spot to hide is right here. And they're going to try to come in, steal your flag, but kill you. So putting up your shield, in this region, and this region, and this region can be beneficial. If you're getting bombed like crazy, this is great, but you're weak when the balcony's there because they can just shoot over your head, throw grenades over your head, and it'll kill you. If you've got snipers down this chamber, you can put it in here. If you know people are coming from this side, or you want to try to protect the balcony because maybe you spawned over here, they're at the balcony, you can throw it right here. So those are all great. Another place you can put it, though, if you want to cause a lot of stress, is put it right here. If you put it right here, you can see spawn over here. You can see people as they come out of their spawn over there, and then all of the spawns. And it's very hard for them to shoot around you because you have this natural barrier here and the wall. You can certainly put a shield up on the balcony, which can also cause issues. Now, if you're going to be up here on the balcony, you need to have some type of a bomber and or mid weapon. And, you're going to probably tuck into this corner and put the shield kind of in this angle here in this arc. Because then you're cutting all these sight lines. It's hard for them to get around you. You can tuck. You can actually back up into this wall if people are trying to shoot rockets through it. And you can still make an exit if the corner of the shield is here. You can still make an exit behind this pillar if you're trying to get back because maybe you're one shot. So again, the shield is amazing. It lasts quite a bit of time. And again, if you put it in the right spot, it can really make a difference. So if I throw it into the wall like this, it's very hard to shoot through, right? It's very tough to actually break through. And in fact, it stays alive for a long time. I can shoot in here and keep myself alive. There we go. I got it to glitch. Right? And again, the way I did it is I put the corner into the wall. So it will not break. Oh, now it does, because I shot it from the other side, I see. Got it. So it just holds up to a lot more damage, because before when I was using the shock pistol, it was like disintegrating so quickly. Let's talk about the most underutilized piece of equipment, and that's the threat sensor. So let's just give you a scenario for a second. Let's say I have a threat sensor and a stalker. Someone's coming in. They have thruster and a stalker. I have a huge advantage over them. Now, the thruster, which we'll talk about later, is amazing. You can go in there and you can use it as an attack method, right? So if you're, in there, you're shooting them, whatever, you can thruster away. But the threat sensor is better than that, in my opinion. Because you can counter a thruster, you can counter a grapple, or even a shield if you kind of know where it is. You can counter all of the other pieces of equipment because of your threat sensor, because you can see through the walls. So if I'm over here, I throw the sensor there, and I know somewhere over there is somebody coming. Well, the area of effect of this threat sensor comes all the way over here. So let's say this person's coming in with thruster. They don't know, because they're looking at this pillar here. They don't know I'm right there. I know they're standing right here, right? So again, I'll put this on my pillar here. I see them. They can't see me. So I get first shot and sometimes even two shots before they even respond. So if I know, let's say they're back here, right? If I know they're back there, I can tuck, shoot in, two shots, they're one shot, and then I can take them out. And if they're thrusting, all of a sudden they see this guy slide out, their instinct is going to be to hit that thruster. Now, that basically takes it away for the next few seconds. They can't use it against me as a way to attack me, right? So ideally, and we'll talk about this more with the thruster in a little bit, ideally, you get the jump on them. You use the thruster not just to throw off their aim, but also to keep yourself alive, right? Where if I have the threat sensor, I know they're there, I get 1, 2, I tuck behind this pillar, they're going to try to avoid the shot. So if they're coming from this direction, they're going to thruster over here. Well, guess what? I'm just going to wait. Their cloak turns off, and I'm going to finish them off. I might not even take any damage. And again, they had one of the best tools to kill me, even if they have a hammer, right? If I see them with a hammer coming because of my threat sensor, bam, bam, they might even back up and thruster. Maybe I approach them. And if they're thrusting, there's that slight delay before they can even swing at me. Sword is, a little bit different. Usually people with the thruster and sword, let's say I shoot them twice, they're just going to thruster in and try to slice me, right? But again, the threat sensor is so important. If you know that, I'm about to take this balcony, my team is going to be raiding from over here, I throw in the threat sensor in there, they can predict, they can plan how they're going to attack. If they're coming in here, they see 2 over there and 1 over there and maybe 1 in the back. They can say, oh, since 3 are over there, I'm going to try to cut these sight lines. Maybe take on this guy first, isolate this fight, come over. This person stepped out from behind. Now I can take these 2 over here. I can grab the flag and I can go. So the threat sensor isn't just for you, it's for your team. And most of the time, I feel like I'm the only one on my team that'll throw the threat sensor because I just keep pegging them. I keep spamming them. Again, I'm more comfortable sitting mid, so I'm going to be shooting from here. And the best thing is if I'm up here on this balcony with the threat sensor, say maybe right there behind the flag, I can see all of the spawns and I can just watch over here. My teammates can get in there. Maybe I have someone sitting right there or they're sitting back here shooting in. My teammates can kill, maybe they run, they grab the flag, they come this way, and I'm just watching. I'm waiting for people to spawn from back here. They come out this way. I'm bam, 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 perfect. Oh, someone's over here. I can give them so much trouble being up here because I can see them. So again, the threat sensor truly is one of the most important pieces of equipment you can use. And if you don't use it, start using it. Stop dropping it and grabbing the grapple, the shield. Now, there's nothing wrong with, grabbing a shield, throwing it here, picking up the threat sensor and throwing it. And in fact, something you should really learn to do is juggle your equipment. So let's say, there's a few people dead. There's all kinds of equipment and weapons in here. Maybe you have a shield, you throw it, you grab the threat sensor, you throw it. Maybe you grab the thruster or the grapple, you're coming up onto the balcony, right? You come through the balcony this way, and then maybe you grapple slide in, which I'll be showing you in a little bit. But again, the threat sensor is so crucial. I would rather be stuck with a threat sensor, but a good mid weapon, and be up on this balcony, being able to just see through the lines. I can tuck back here, and that threat sensor is still telling me where they are. So if, let's say I'm shooting, I get 1 shot, I back up here because I'm just about to die. Well, I know where they are. I see where they're bombing. It allows me to just get in there and finish the fight. So I use the grapple shot all the time. Something you need to know about the grapple shot is if I initiate sprint, grapple the ground, and crouch, I get a G slide, right? So it's just like if I were on a box sliding, right? So it gives me a lot of speed. It allows me to go really fast. And as you get better at it, you can, run, jump. So it really changes the angle, right? If I'm a sniper sitting over here and I see a grappler going up and then sliding in, it's really hard for me to track that. It's hard for needles to hit that person. It's hard for the spanker to hit that, and you gain a little bit more distance and speed. Now, another thing you can do is instead of trying to jump up and coming down, you can actually initiate the grapple, right? So I'm sprinting. I'll initiate the grapple, tap my slide button, so you'll actually hear this sound. You'll hear that sound. I'll release the slide. I'll come up, and I'll still be able to come down and initiate a grapple slide in or a G slide in. So the reason that's important is all of a sudden my hitbox changes from me standing, say this is my head, I initiate the slide into my grapple, so my head is here, Then, as soon as I let go of my crouch, I'm up here again. Then I initiate the grapple slide, and I'm here. So if you're a sniper, you're trying to hit the head. You can't get that headshot. It's not as obvious of a target as me jumping up, and it's really hard to deal with. So I'll show you that. Right, so you hear the double slide. I gained quite a bit of distance on that. I can even add some maneuvers to it. So I can change my angle and do whatever I want. And something that a lot of people still don't know is the grapple punch. So I can, grapple the wall, hold my melee button. It initiates the grapple punch. You get an AoE effect. It's very similar to the new weapon, the Mutilator, that melee, where it's kind of like a hammer, but it's not. It brings anybody in the vicinity down to a one-shot. If they're already one-shot, it'll kill them. So cool thing with the grapple is I can do my maneuvers. So maybe I'm here shooting. I can slip. I can tuck. I'm double sliding. I'm here. I can grapple slide out. I can throw it. And the most important thing you need to learn is how to grapple a flag. And the reason I say that, especially on this map here, which is why I actually took this map, so here I'll show you this, is let's say I'm up there, right? I'm shooting down. My teammate grabs it and dies. Right? So they immediately grab it and they die. I can... Oh, hello. I can grapple that flag to safety, juggle it down. If I had another grapple, I could just grapple slide in and I could get it. So this is why it's really important if you're a raider, and if you haven't seen the first episode of this series, go back, figure out what a raider's role is, what a mid-person's role is. That's why it's really important for a raider to sometimes just grab the flag and drop it. On a map like this, if I'm up here shooting down, trying to keep that raider alive, maybe I'm shooting in over here, there's people spawning over there, all of a sudden you drop it, I can grapple that flag. I'm up here, right? So I have natural cover below my feet. I'm already starting to cut sight lines. Now I'm in here, I've got pillars in the way, I can grapple slide in if I have an extra one, and I can score. It is so important that you understand you can grapple a flag. And when you are trying to grapple the flag as you're learning, I'll spend time not only juggling the flag, because that's really important for the role of mid, so, I'm practicing how to juggle like this, just so effortless. Now, if I had a grapple, if I were to put my crosshair over, in my crosshair, it'll actually turn yellow. So actually, I'm going to kind of kill myself and find some grapple so I can show you that.
Grapple shot obtained.
Yeah. Grapple slide in, shooting in, right, killing, grab, throw, maybe I tuck away. But now look at my crosshair. It's yellow. So if I'm off a little bit, it's not going to hit that grapple. So the hitbox of the flag starts from here, if you see the yellow, all the way over here, right? So you don't have to be that accurate to grapple the flag. A lot of times what I'll do is, let's say I'm in here, I'm fighting, I throw the flag, I'm trying to get to cover, maybe I G-slide off of this bench, I'm tucked here. I'll actually initiate backing up to grapple that flag, right? And you just saw, sometimes it can be a problem if you're tucked in. But I'll initiate that grapple by backing up, because it helps hone in my sight. And if I'm going backwards, technically I'm moving towards my base, but as I go backward, it kind of allows me to line it up better. I can wait until I see it turn yellow, and then I can pull it. So here, if I grab this, right? So I get past it, maybe I'm shooting, whatever, I see it, turns yellow, and then I can turn around and I can grapple the flag. The grapple shot is amazing. You can kill people with it. You can certainly harpoon people, where you grapple them and you come after them, melee them, kill them, whatever. You can pull a flag out of anywhere. You can grapple slide in. You can change your angles. You can really add in some maneuverability. It's pretty incredible. Okay, thrusters. So many people use them wrong. So we know we hit the thruster button and it gives us cloak. And then what do? They sprint, and it immediately turns their cloak off. Now, as I was alluding to earlier, the thruster can be great to add kind of a dynamicism to your ability to change directions and kill somebody, right? So I can only G-slide so far, right? So I'm killing. Maybe I thruster over here and I get that last kill. Now, that's great and all. You can, use thruster and juggle the flag, and you can avoid people. What I really like using thruster for is a makeshift cloak, right? So if I'm up here shooting down, right? Maybe I just spankered them. I'm going to thruster in, and I can almost grab that flag by the time the thruster wears out. Watch this. So I'm shooting. Thruster in, it stays cloaked, and I'm gone. They had no idea I was in there. And if I don't sprint, they don't really know where I am. And I can actually get kind of fancy with it. So let's say I know my team is like 2 dead. I thruster in, I grab the flag, I throw it, I grab it, jump throw. Maybe I thruster over here. I'm cloaked because I wasn't sprinting, so they have no idea where I am. If, let's say I'm getting shot, and then I can score. Granted, my flag's out right now. But again, so many people think, I got to get the flag back as fast as possible. So they grab it, they're sprinting, they're throwing, right? But sometimes, if you throw it, right? So I'll throw it, I'll thruster away, and I'm still sprinting, unfortunately, because I didn't actually hit the ground. But if I throw it, land before I start running, right? My sprint will turn off, and then it's really hard for them to track me. So I throw it, I thrustered this way, I'm cloaked, invisible, they don't see me, I grab it, thruster this way again, and if I'm a sniper, all of a sudden I see, oh, the flag is going this way. Well, where did that guy go? Wait, the flag is still there. Wait, what? And then all of a sudden, the person thrusters back, grabs it, goes, but I'm looking over here thinking, wait, where are they? What's going on? Sometimes you can use these pieces of equipment to throw your opponent off, right? That's a really important part of a Super Husky raid, is not to be predictable. Try to get in the head of your opponent. Figure out, well, what are my tendencies? Well, chances are that's everybody's tendencies to a point, right? Well, if I see the flag get thrown, well, I'm going to think they're dead. Oh, okay. So, the person got killed. Maybe my teammate picked it up. Maybe there's just bad timing where I shot someone else and I get the assist icon where it marks oh, you got an assist. Oh, okay. The person juggling the flag is dead because obviously the flag is laying there in the middle and, they're nowhere to be seen. Well, it turns out it was someone else on the other team that I shot. My teammate picked them up. The person who was thrusting, he just thrusted around the corner. I don't see him. All of a sudden, he grabs the flag and he's gone. I wasn't ready. My reticle wasn't ready. Maybe I'm not looking at the flag. I'm trying to strafe, looking for other opponents that are possibly coming for the flag. Well, if that person says, don't worry, guys, I still got the flag. I'm just throwing this guy off. Come in, grab, thruster. You're gone. All right, let's see if I can pull this off. So I've got super fast duelist sword with thruster. So you have no idea I'm in here, right? I'm gone. Maybe I'm here. There I am. Hello. Maybe I'm here. You don't see me. Because I'm timing it out. You have no clue where I am because I wasn't sprinting the whole time, right? And the duelist blade sure does make running the flag so much easier. It's almost like I have unlimited thruster with this, right? Especially if I can clip a corner or something. So there you have it, guys. How to use your equipment to get a huge advantage over your teammate, over your opponents rather, so that you can dominate your next Super Husky raid. You got to put in a lot of practice. There's a lot of time involved in learning the best ways to use these pieces of equipment. But once you do, it's totally worth it. Especially when you figure out how to change directions with that grapple. I'll see you guys next time.